So in this social psychology study, based on attitude and social cognition, I'm going to explain how COVID-19 impacts us in the eyes of social psychology. So in this study, my theory is that people are influenced by outside sources, mainly the mass media. This crucial influence changes behaviors in individuals' thinking towards COVID-19. My operational hypothesis is based on controlling for at least two variables. The first one is being people who watch right-wing media are more prone to not wearing masks or getting vaccinated, and these people think negatively about people who follow the recommended policies. If you were to pause the video on your right, you will notice there's a bias chart based on all media types from far left to far right. So in regards to the independent and dependent variables, the independent variable is using televised and social media, whereas the dependent variable is based on mortality rate. The research method I've used is the survey method. The Pew Research Center is a large source of information pertaining to COVID-19. This chart indicates who thinks there should be fewer restrictions on public activity. In regards to the US, the political left was at 7%, the political center was at 19%, while the political right was at 52%. This statistical data was collected in the spring of 2021. The second research method I used is the naturalistic method. As I work in the emergency department at a hospital, I saw employees overworked due to the high influx of patients and some quit due to burnout. All beds in the hospital were full, and lower use departments were converted to COVID units. Patients who needed to be admitted had to stay in the emergency department as boarders until a room became available. Elective surgeries were postponed for months unless it was detrimental to the patient's health. Nurses were offered high shift premiums and worked upwards of 16 hours a day for weeks at a time. Many visitors refused to wear masks, saying it's against the law to force them, or that Fox News, Facebook, and other social media said it was all a hoax, and Democrats are idiots. These people were asked to leave due to patient and employee safety. Those that didn't comply were escorted out by security. When masks were worn and people became vaccinated, the mortality rate declined. Finally, the confounding variables used are that there is a lack of employment and cash flow to pay bills due to people refusing to get vaccinated in order to continue to work at their place of employment. And secondly, the increased depression and other psychological factors from staying quarantined inside homes.